other processes about documentation. And then we made some plans for SPED and for a special pet rally we're having on Friday. We've had goal-setting meetings with the district office because every year district office employees are evaluated and they're invited to the district. They set their own goals. I don't really determine what their goals are, and then they work to meet those goals by the end of the year. We've had after-school planning meeting. That's a continuous type of thing that we meet. I've been on staff interview panels. We've had our progress monitoring meetings. We're getting ready for another round. And then we had professional development day where all of our employees engaged in some kind of professional learning centered around their job. I've been a part of the First Steps meeting for our innovation grant, and I'm really happy to announce that our school received an innovation grant of over $350,000 with First Step. Ms. Patterson, are you here? Come on. You have a pre-K teacher? No. Is a pre-K teacher here?
Ms. Hudson, she's 4. It's
Oh, yeah, pre-K 4. So it's with our pre-K 3. She's already had the opportunity to meet with our partners. You want to tell them just a little bit about the grant?
Sure. So, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Ms. Patterson, and I am the principal here at Allendale Fairfax Elementary School, and we have been graciously blessed with an award. The Innovation Grant basically allows for a interventionist to come in and work with our kids one-on-one. Every single 4-year-old gets an opportunity to get 30 minutes of one-on-one help and support from the person that we hired, Ms. Robinson. She's an amazing, she's what, a 40-year veteran.
And she's a board member.
You know, in another county, but she's amazing at what she does. She's excited to work with our littles. And not only that, we also get what we call parent tutors that go out to the home and do home visits and work with our parents to kind of show them how they can support their children at home. So we're just honored because a lot of times we get a lot for our bigger kids, our upper elementary children, but we rarely get anything for our littles. So we're excited to get awarded this grant this year.
So we I extend special gratitude to Ms. Patricia Hall, who collaborated to write the grant, and her staff. So we were excited about the possibility. Only 2 districts received the grant. We received 3 employees through the grant, and Hampton County also received the grant, and they received 2 employees. So we were really excited to be taking the lead on this one. We've also had the opportunity to meet with our Fairfax Navy Committee. We ended that advertisement, and do you know how many people we had to submit names for?
37.
We had 37 people to respond, so we will go over all of that with you next week and on the next board meeting. And then the naming committee will be here so that they would be able to speak in behalf of their committee. And then we'll move forward with naming of the baseball field in Fairfax, South Carolina. We're in construction phase 3. If you have driven by the school or looking so parents can see, we're in phase 3 for remodeling of Allendale Fairfax High School, Middle School, and that remodeling includes a multi-purpose type of room that has a performing arts auditorium, as well as has an inside half-court basketball court, and it also has a warming kitchen, and it also has a professional learning area. So it has a stage, it has retractable seating. It's going to be very, very nice. It also has a basketball goal, so it's a multi-purpose area. So we're looking forward to getting all of that done. It's about 18 months out, but we'll all be excited when we get there. And then, of course, I've done my school visits, as always. Okay? So I sent you this. There's one additional thing I'd like to add. So I always like for you to know what's coming up. So this is National Red Ribbon Week. We're having a PBI celebration at the elementary school We're also having a glow party at the elementary school, and there's a PBIS celebration as well on the 31st in the haunted house that goes on for 1st and 5th grade. For our high school, of course, we have our stadium football game. It's senior night, so if they have a senior football player, not just football, it's also cheerleading and I believe volleyball. I don't know if it's Brandenburg in here, but we're having all of those fall sports that we're recognizing at senior night that night. And I believe we decided that we are reducing the cost of the game that night, so everybody can get in for $1, because I want the stadiums as packed as possible, and you just show your $1 at the gate and you get in. Okay? All right. Then we are also having our fall when retake. Our students have to take that exam at the high school. We also have something else special on that Friday. We'll be having a pep rally for the football game, as well as we'll have the Pay for Performance Awards, where I present our teachers probably about $220,000 in awards. I think we're about at that amount, Ms. Jackson. So our teachers have earned about $220,000 in awards for their progress. So we're looking forward to surprising them, and some of them probably know that they're getting some checks, but they don't know how much. I'm the only person other than Ms. Jackson, all right, who knows how much is in those checks. Then we're also having at the middle school, we have the birthday celebration, which will be tomorrow. They're having Club Day, which is on the next day, Wednesday. We're having a big literacy festival and costume competition at the middle school on the 30th. And then they're having an on-site field trip with STEM on-site as well on the 30th. So those are some of the things that are happening in the school district. As you see, we try to provide many opportunities for the students. Okay? Next up is our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Marcus Scott.
Good evening, Dr. Cave, Madam Chair, members of the board, parents, and stakeholders. I'm here to present the curriculum update, starting with our top 10 updates. Thank you. And the purpose of our department is to provide consistent instruction, build excellence throughout our curriculum. We start with our big rocks, which is our foundation, which is keeping our main thing the main thing. So one of those is teacher clarity, which is making sure that we provide consistent quality instruction throughout all grade levels. The other one is our walkthrough. So we're walking to all classes, ensuring that high quality instruction is going on. And we also looking at our MTSS process. We want tier 1 instruction going on throughout the building. So we're recreating our MTSS process so that it's done with fidelity. Other 3 things are our data rooms. All 3 schools are putting up data rooms, so we're creating that data-rich environment that we're making decisions based on data. And then we also have our PLC meetings, which are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All schools have data team meetings, collaborative meetings, and professional development on those days. And finally, our coaching cycle. We're working especially with new teachers to make sure that they have what they need weekly. So we're providing support, and our coaches, instructional coaches, are doing the same. So the other things, our framework for success, progress monitoring meeting, Dr. Cade talked about that, is going on next week. That's where the central office staff, led by Dr. Cade, meet with all principals and their admin team to make sure that we discuss every child and make sure that they're being successful. Also, we have this Wednesday, we'll do collaboration walks, where we collaborate with the principal, calibration walks, calibrate with the principals and admin to make sure that they're seeing the same things that we're seeing in the classrooms. And also, we talked before about the 3 questions. So when we do those calibration walks, we ask the students those 3 questions. And parents, when you get home, after every lesson, your child should be able to answer these same 3 questions, so you can ask them this when they get home. What did you learn today? Why was it important? And how do you know that you learned what you learned? So if they can answer those 3 questions, you know they were successful for the day. All right, and our academic support and enrichment that we provide. We have a CAVE challenge going on every month. I know they were recognized last month. We'll also recognize them next month at the board meeting. But it's a time working on basic math facts, fluency. So we want them to be able to answer basic math facts in 1 minute. They have 1 minute to do it. So every time they complete a level at 100%, they'll go up to the next level. So instead of doing basic addition and subtraction, it may be 2-digit addition and subtraction and multiplication. So that's the CAVE challenge. Also, we still have tutoring, and we still have space available if you want your child to be tutored. We have about 24 that come consistently students in the afternoon. We have about 40 that's there every now and then. So we have about 40 students that's getting 1 to 3 afternoon tutoring. And again, we still have space available if anyone wants to get that. It's 1 adult to 3 students. So it's very beneficial for those students that take advantage, and it's only in math at this time. But we also have an afternoon program, which we have over 100 students in the afternoon program for the elementary school. We have close to 40 at the middle school, and then we're starting the high school next week for their after-school tutoring program. So a lot of support provided for students that need it. So parents, if your child needs after-school support on tutoring, please sign them up. The last 3 things, we have Teachers Hub and the Principal Hub that provide information for curriculum and instruction for our teachers and principals that need it. We also have additional support that we're providing through our department for teachers that need additional professional development, maybe classroom management, or if they want to learn more about Atlas, which is our lesson plan template. We'll provide twice a week. Our department will provide tutorials on Tuesdays and Thursdays after school. And finally, this was a recommendation, I think, for one of the board members that we have someone come in to meet with the students about writing. So we had Eric Cope that came in last week. He did a full day session with the elementary school. He did middle and high school for 3 hours. Every student enjoyed it, they had fun, and they learned about the writing process. Are there any questions? All right, well, I appreciate your time.
Hey, Dr. Miller is our Chief Human Resource Officer, and he's going to go through the next part of the presentation.
Good evening, Dr. Cave, board chair and board members, and all stakeholders present this evening. As the Chief Human Resource Officer, just want to give a few updates. As you all know, we are already in the hiring for FY 26-27 because we can't wait until the last minute to make sure that our classrooms are filled for next year. Of course, there are a couple positions that were still vacant, so I'm still simultaneously trying to fill those as well. With that being said, we had some recent hires, included a 4K paraprofessional paraeducator, a 5th grade math and science teacher, currently a SPED teacher who is still onboarding, and she should be ready to work on Monday, the 3rd of November. 6th grade social studies teacher was just hired from Full Mind, which is a virtual teacher at the middle school. The middle high school, we finally found a media specialist. And so she started on October, I believe it was October the 7th or 6th or something like that. So she's doing a wonderful job. And then Aspire Academy teacher, we are onboarding that person, and hopefully that person will start on December the 1st. Current certified vacancies, we have 1 SPED resource teacher, and we're in the process of interviewing. Actually, we have 1 interview tomorrow. We have, of course, as you all know, we always, even if we have a full mind virtual teacher, we still count that teacher or that position as a vacancy. So when you see that, that's the purpose. Okay? So we still got a 6th grade math teacher vacancy just because it's being housed or held by a full mind virtual teacher. We always want to try to get an actual in-person teacher. but we do have a certified teacher that's just virtual. Same thing, the 6th grade social studies teacher, currently held by full-time virtual, and at the high school, a Spanish teacher currently held by a full-time virtual teacher, all certified. We have one, and actually when I actually did this earlier, we had no vacancies, but technically we're working towards adding 2 custodians, so hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll have 2 additional custodians, and so we're in that process right now, but it's not showing there on there. So we really had 0 vacancies, so the 1 FT was an error. It's actually 0, but we just was thinking about adding 2 additional custodians, and we'll talk more about that later. And what's happening in our department? We're continuing to implement master teacher paraeducator PD modules. A lot of the paraprofessionals been saying, hey, we want some professional development too. So we got the master teacher modules that they're going through. Varsity Tutors Boot Camp for those teachers who are still working on their certification. We was able to leverage a boot camp to actually help them to study for the practice examination. So a lot of them were going through it the last 5 to 6 weeks. I also attended the SCASA Personnel Roundtable in Columbia. And like I was saying earlier, for recruitment, I've attended in the last several weeks. I've attended Claflin University, Georgia Southern, USC Columbia, Edward Waters University in Jacksonville, Florida. So I've been going a lot of places to see if we can find individuals to be in these classrooms in front of our scholars. I'm currently auditing SE leads for our fall adept evaluations for our teachers. Initial stages of our SY 26-27 contract development per new legislative updates, collaborating with the Center for Educator Recruitment, Retention, and Advancement. And the purpose of that collaboration is so that we can create an educator pipeline. If we can start providing exposure to our community, to our students, for the need of teachers, and trying to encourage our young people to get interested in going into the education profession, our goal is that we're going to start to do this in middle school, starting to allow them to go to the School of Ed at institutions of higher learning, get people from colleges coming to talk about the career and how valuable this career is and how beneficial it is to everyone. And so with that being said, we're working through collaboration to be able to do that, to even establish a Educators Rising chapter to allow students to be able to go to conferences along with other peers around the country who want to be a teacher, or at least interested in becoming teachers. Okay? And the idea about that is, hopefully, those students will become so interested and they'll go to college, major in education, and come back to Allendale to serve as educators. And that is my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Scott and Dr. Miller, for those reports. I appreciate that. Okay. On the agenda, it says to give you a South Carolina report card update. I've already done the facilities. I can't give you the report card update. The anticipated release was already set, but they pushed that back. So report card release date is not until Monday, November 3rd. So I can't give you that report. We will do a public statement when they're released, but you will not officially get the data behind it and then go through it until our next board meeting. Okay. That concludes my operational update. And next, the policies, I'll wait for Ms. Carter. Okay, we'll have policies GCCAD and GDCD on employee sick leave bank. Policies CGLE and GCLER on unencumbered teacher and nurse work time. BE and BEA on board meetings, live streaming. All right, so those are under me. The first one is policy GCCAD and GDCD. That is our new policy that was provided to us by a proviso from the legislature that we have to establish an employee leave bank. We reviewed this policy earlier today, but what it does is allows for employees who have a catastrophic illness or need to be out with family types of leave, or be able to take care of someone, or they have, and they don't have any more leave, they can enter into the leave bank. You have to be here so many days in order to be a part of the leave bank. You have to have accrued so many leave days to be a part of the leave bank. So it automatically puts everybody who's eligible into the bank. You do not have to participate, but the employee will have to write a written letter to be deleted from the leave bank. So everybody who's eligible will automatically be put into the leave bank, right? And then that will be explained to all employees. I'm going to go myself, along with Dr. Miller, and we'll go to each school so that everybody understands what the process is. But we need to go ahead and vote on the policy this evening. Now, board, I'd like to know your rather. Would you like me to go one at a time, and then you take a vote one at a time, or you want me to explain them all, and you take a vote at the end? We can do it however you want. What? Do all of them, and then we'll vote for all of them, all right? The next policy is our policy GCLE and GCLER. It all has to do with unencumbered time. Also under a proviso from the state legislature that every teacher pre-K through 5 has unencumbered time. They get 30 minutes of lunch unencumbered, as well as our school nurses is added this year for unencumbered time. So these are the two policies that we are governed by. And it also includes special ed teachers who have self-contained students. They get 30 minutes as well. So those are the two policies, and we're already following through with that in the schools. The elementary school is the one that's greatly impacted by it, but Ms. Patterson does a wonderful job in her powers to try to make sure that the teachers get their unencumbered time, because it is required under law, and it is an offense that we could lose our funding if we do not abide by it. Okay? All right. So those are those two policies. Then the next policy is BE. As you can see, that we are live streaming. We did have a difficulty tonight with it being on YouTube, but we'll get that fixed. Right now we're on Facebook Live. The audio is good. We have about 15, 16 people watching. So we're happy about that. We'll continue to advertise. But all board meetings have to be live streamed. And then within 48 hours, we have to make sure that the host is available. If the audio is not good, then we also have to have, if the live stream is not of quality, then we have to provide the audio as well, and we have to post that and make the link available to all members of the community. Right. So those are the policies that we would like to have voted on tonight. So we'll need a motion stating each policy by name and what it is, and then a second in the vote. So I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, Board, you've heard the update policy GCCAD-GDCD, employee sick leave bank. Policy GCLE, uncomment time for teachers and nurses. Policy GCLER, uncomment time for teachers and nurses. Policy BE, board meeting, live streaming. Policy BEA, board meeting, live streaming. Can I get a motion?
I move that we accept or approve policy GCCAD/GDCD, employee sick leave bank, policy GCLE, unencumbered time for teachers and nurses, policy GCLER, unencumbered time, teachers and nurses, policy BE, board meetings, live streaming, and policy BEA, board meetings, live streaming.
Second. It's been moved and properly second that we approve the updated policy. Any questions? All in favor, let me know by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? So moved.
All right, thank you so very much, Board. I'll send these to the state, South Carolina School Board, and they'll be posted probably in about a week. We have a whole nother set that will be coming to you for next time. All right, I'm finished my report. I'll move to the next slide here and wait for the next person. I think that it is Ms. Howard.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now we're down to the district financial plan. This is Dr. James. Director of Finance. evening. I will be going over the September 2025 financial statement. On June 30th, 2025, the Allendale County School Board and South Carolina Department of Education approved the $16,769,513 operating budget. As of September 30th, 2025, total revenue received $559,465. Total expenses through September 30th, 2025, $1,384,276, which is a deficit of $824,811. Again, the deficit is not anything to be alarmed by. We're still early in the school year. We have auditors in the district this week finalizing our audit. I will be at a conference for the district next week in Myrtle Beach. This time, does anyone have any questions? At this time, I would like to ask the board for a motion to accept the September 2025 financial statement as presented.
I move that we accept the financial statement for the September 2025, for the school year 2025.
Second. Any questions? All in favor, let me know by saying aye. Any opposed?
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We now have a Superintendent Student of the Month, Employee Recognition, Attendance Awareness Month Video Contest winners, and September Perfect Attendance Awards.
Okay, good evening again. We're getting ready to do all of our recognition. You hear the chitter chatter of all the little voices, which I love. I'd like to do some announcements. They're getting a little restless, so we're going to move along. All right, so I have some announcements that you're cordially invited to a balloon release vigil. It's to join in our solidarity as we honor the victims of domestic violence. So hashtag love, hashtag hope, hashtag unity. It's Thursday, October 30th at 6 p.m. at the Allendale County Courthouse. The sponsor is Ms. Catherine Russell and the Allendale County Sheriff's Office Victimist Advocate. And our dance team will be performing at that event. Our praise team. I'd also like to announce our chorus and band fruit sale and delicious fruit for a good cause. October 27th through November 13th. Delivery is the week of December 8th. And in order to order, please see a chorus or a band student, or you can visit a website here. But Mr. Davis is in the room over there. I'm sure he has a handful of flyers that he's going to hand out for that. So please, our students are on their way traveling to New York City to attend a Broadway production. They're going to tour and learn at the Juilliard School of Music. They're going to experience the historic Carnegie Hall, and they also have 2 performances that they will be doing while they're there in the city. Okay, so we're really excited about that. It's during spring break. Okay, we're down for our recognition now, and the first person that I'm going to recognize is our Students of the Month, and this is Darren Hutchinson from Allendale Fairfax Elementary. Darren, are you here? Okay, so Darren is not here. Darian is here. So Darian is not here, but Darian is an outstanding young man who leads by example. His respect for others, he has a strong sense of self-control, which makes him a great role model among his peers. He approaches every activity with perseverance and a positive attitude. Let's congratulate Darian. Our next person Allendale Fairfax Middle School is Zoe Bunch. Is Zoe here? Okay. So Zoe has displayed exceptional qualities when it comes to being a model student. And when her work is complete, she understands her assignments really well. And overall, she's an exceptional student. Let's congratulate Zoe Bunch. Our next student of the month is from Allendale Fairfax High School, and that is Ariel Johnson. Is Ariel here? Ariel is commonly known as Smiley. Is an outstanding student. She's dependable, responsible, and outgoing. She's a member of the varsity cheerleading squad, and no matter what is asked of her, she always smiles and says, of course. So let's congratulate Ariel. And last but not least, we have our student athlete of the month, and that's Traquan Jenkins. Traquan embodies the fighting tiger spirit on the field and in the classroom. And his performance this month demonstrated exceptional skill, leadership, and dedication. Let's congratulate Traquan Jenkins. All right. Our teachers of the month are our champions in the classroom. We'd like to congratulate Ms. Marilyn Davis. Is she here? She's our teacher of the month. She's a true representation of Allendale at its best. She served as a counselor for over 21 years. And we'd like to recognize her. She's a true asset to Allendale Fairfax Elementary School family. Oh, she's here. All right, wonderful. Let's congratulate Ms. Davis. She's on our bullying prevention, our gun safety, fire prevention, and so much more. Congratulations, Ms. Davis. And we also have another teacher of the month, and that's Dr. Karen Sachs. Must be counselor night. Dr. Sachs, our school counselor, is dedicated to supporting students and achieving the academic and personal goal. She works closely with students to foster a positive and inclusive learning environment for all students. We'd like to congratulate Dr. Karen Sachs. Then we have Mr. DeWalker. Mr. DeWalker is our teacher of the month at the high school. I thought I saw him in the back. He goes above and beyond the average goals for a teacher and attempting to discover new methods to instruct his students. He's always looking for ways to be able to help out the math department, and he runs an idea around you so that we can improve. We couldn't ask for a better teacher for our students than Mr. DeWalker. Congratulations, Mr. DeWalker. Congratulations, sir. And we left off one student of the month, and that is from Kavion Patterson. Is Kavion here? Kavion is our student of the month from our Aspire Academy, and that's where our students are so that they can get some additional help. He is exceptional and mannerable, and he works hard and has an unwavering commitment to get the job done. Let's congratulate Kavion Patterson. Last but not least, we have our outstanding bus driver of the month, and our bus driver of the month is Miss Diane Coleman. We congratulate her for her heartfelt dedication and all of her hard work to the district. Okay. Now, we have some parents of the month. Is Miss Jenkins, are you here? Are you helping with those? I thought I saw her a few minutes ago. Okay. So we have two parents of the month. One is Miss Nancy Jefferson. Is Miss Jefferson here? All right. Call me out. Give that good parent. Oh, there she is. All right. So Miss Jefferson is the grandmother of J. Anthony Jefferson. Miss Jefferson is an invaluable grandparent, school volunteer who consistently contributes to events. You see her everywhere. Ms. Jefferson is a positive influence, not just on her grandchild, but on the entire student body, showing up to lend a hand and a very supportive presence. Congratulations. All right. And then our other parent of the month is Corey Housey, father of the 6th grade Mariah Housey. Here. All right. All right, last but not least, we're now getting ready to recognize all of our student attendance for the month of September. It's our goal for us to recognize our students monthly for attendance. So it's always a month late because we do it after the end of the month. So Ms. Badger leads that for our school district, and she's going to come up and she's reading the names of those persons that are present tonight.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming out. For those of you who don't know, September was Attendance Awareness Month. And here in Allendale County Schools, we have a lot to celebrate during the month of September. As part of our initiative, we had an attendance awareness video contest where we had the students create a 3-minute video on the importance of attending school every day. And let me tell you, we had some great participants. They are in line with our theme of all in for the Allendale comeback, and they really showed up for our for the school district. So at this time, we're not going to share, but at this time we will have those students, did I call their name, come up and receive these certificates over here. So, as I told you,
We're going to work to be able to show the video. We're just going to have to do some work on the screen. We're going to freeze the screen so that we can show it. So we're going to call all the students' names first, and then when we finish, if we're lucky, we'll get the video shown. Okay?
all right. So, just in case we don't get it to show, the Aspire Academy students were our winners for the attendance video contest. So, if the Monte Doe and J. Lawyer Rivers are here. And along with this, they received a certificate, a gift bag, and a gift card. Okay, the next one is from the elementary school, Miss Ariana Badger. Miss Ariana Badger.
Yay, Ariana.
Good job. Next from the elementary school also is Miss Soraya Buckman. Also from the elementary school, Miss Skylar Moore. From the high school, Mr. Jesse Law Anderson. And from the Aspire Academy again, Ms. Trinity Britt. Ms. Trinity Britt. Come on, that's right. Deserved. sure we'll be okay. Hi, Miss Trinity. All right, let's give all our participants a round of applause for the attendance video. Okay. Also, during the month, we celebrated students who had perfect attendance for the entire month of September. We had 235 students who attended So don't fret. Yes, ma'am. Okay. So we won't call all 235 names, but we are very glad that we had that many. So I'm going to call just the names of the students who showed up here tonight. They're not in any order of school. And please, if I took your name back there and I didn't call it up here, let me know. I'll give a chance at the end to anybody that I missed, okay? So, first one, Daquan Allen. Brianna Harris. Landon Garrett. That's Brianna. Bailey Fullerton. Peyton Ward. And we have more bags that we can take if we run out. Serenity Wade. Let them know we have more bags on the table. Aubrey Owens. Mariah Kirkland. Zane Maynard. Zakari Jenkins. Tyrese Hammond. Jariah Doe. Leroy Davis. Marlon Creech. Cedric Creech. Melvin Brandt. Harmony Badger. Damian Newman. Nevaeh Newman. Cameron Williams. Lanston Washington. Amaya Bassett. Devon Scott. Kenyon Robertson. Ava Rowley. Armir Exum. Marquis Philly. Amir Exum. Casey-on Edie. Casey-on Edie. Zuri Dunbar. Jersey Price. Robbie DeAndre Papers. Gideon Bear.
What's in that bag?
Xavier Thomas. Oliver Washington. Destiny Rose. Harvey Moore. Lawyer Willis. Madison Williams. Landon Loho. Madison Williams. Payson Jenkins. Jake Anthony Jefferson.
She wants to pay. Parents, she wants a pink one. All right, she can have your pink one.
Skylar Hayward.
She wants a pink one, so she will leave it, and our parents will go.
Noel Hammond and Nolan Hattie.
Students, if you really want a pink one, we have some in the office. You can leave the black one and then give your name to Ms. Brown. I'll deliver a pink one to you tomorrow. We'll make sure one gets over.
Noel Hammond.
Y'all want a pink or black? You want a pink? All right. So give her your name and I'll bring you one over tomorrow. What color do you want?
Jake Anthony Jefferson. Is that Jake? Antonio Hammond. Carson Frazier. Nolan Washington. Jordy Patterson. Jordy Patterson.
You want this name said right.
Say your name. Chocho. Thank you. Get it right.
Names are important. Where's the parent of that child? Yes, names are important. I understand. There we go. All right, do we have some more?
Antonio Hammond. Carson Frazier. Tyler Eden. Landon Badger Smoke.
You can come ask Dr. Scott.
Amaya Badger.
Call your name. What's today? Cameron. Oh, I know why Cameron was called. Cameron.
Is Caitlin Flowers here?
Okay. So we are back.
I don't know.
So we have additional. Good evening. So we are missing a couple of bags, but we have some at the office, so I'll make sure those children get their bags. Would you make sure the name? Give her your name. And Ms. Patterson to make sure they get their bags. Parents, thank you so very much for coming. Thank you so very, very much. Did we miss any names tonight?
I think she got it.
Who was called? Are the children whose names were not called when you come to the front? Maybe we didn't get your name when you came in. Yes, ma'am.
Make sure they get it. We'll make sure. I got you. Now I'm gonna get the certificate tonight.
Make sure you get your name on here so we can get
I got her name. I can get y'all.
We're going to show the video.
Got the name. Anybody else in my school? No. I got your name. Make sure your name is on here.
Thank you so very much for coming. We need to move into the rest of our board meeting. Thank you so very much for coming. If you're going to stay, you're welcome, but we're getting ready to move into our next part of the board meeting.
Thank each and every one of y'all for coming tonight.
Congratulations, darling.